You still hear me? Where'd you go?
Am I not there?
There you go.
Oh, let me switch screens real quick just to make sure we're showing up over here on YouTube.
I can't hear you. I can't hear
Yep, we're there.
you. Yep.
All right. Okay, cool. All right, we'll wait for a couple seconds, wait till everybody gets in here, and then we will go. And I'll let you tell everybody, hey, if you're in here, let us know in the comments and say something, say hello. All right, Ronnie, good to see you. Thank you. We got some excellent testing to do today. So Stick is gonna test the tough light. I got my tough light here for solidarity. I always forget how awesome this little knife is. I get wrapped up in the bigger knives and I forget how cool this thing is. Hey, David, JCB.
I just did a video that I'll be kicking out on the YouTube channel, a full length video on this. And this thing is so impressive, it is frightening how impressive this little 2.5 ounce beast is. Doesn't throw shit though.
Hey, El Cap, good to see you. I think we'll wait like 2 more minutes and then we're gonna get into the whole meat of this thing. Stick is gonna be good enough to do some cool testing on the tough light.
Yeah,
So
we're gonna break it.
what are these things running over there? Just it's not that much. I mean, and you're about to see what you can get for the little amount that you're gonna have to pay for this thing. This thing is awesome.
I'm sure you can get it fairly reasonable. Our price is like $50. For this unit here, this little 2.5 ounce, and they make a mini.
Yeah, the mini tough light.
I mean, that's small enough you could throw that on your keychain, and you got this bad mamma jamma that you can do most anything you wanted around the farm with.
Yeah, comment here says this is the best retention on OS 8 that they've ever had. They said that, and Cold Steel's always been known for their heat treats on their blade. So yeah.
Yeah, Lynn and Andrew knew what they were doing on this. That's got a 2.75 millimeter thick blade, and it's a real steep grind, which gives it a great cutting edge, for boxes, for cutting twine, everything that you need to have a little EDC for.
Yeah, with that front choil, even my chunky hand, I can get the whole purchase on this thing and still have about 1/3 of an inch on that back end, just not to worry about. So.
Yeah, I had Kelsey was cutting plastic tubes with it, and we had to be real precise. We were cutting the tubes down to 8 inches. So he set them on one of those tech mats, one of the Cold Steel tech mats. And for her to just slide it in there, and that point is so precise, and then just spin the tube around, and voila.
Jamin's in the chat.
No way.
Oh, awesome. So cool.
Tell him to get to work.
All right, so I'm gonna let Stick take over from here, and he's gonna show us some cool stuff, and I'm just gonna sit here and watch what you got. So go ahead, Stick, you're on.
All right, so this is, I believe it was Calculated Survival built us this jig, the cherry picker jig with all the weights on it. We're getting into locks and getting into steels and knives that are so tough that when we had 726 pounds hanging on a chain, it was bending metal. All right. So it was starting to get dangerous. And then we came out with the Mayhem. Of course, you got the 5 Max, which pushed the limits of toughness beyond boundary. So he did build me this system here, and it's kind of safe. But it's real simple. I've got this little tough light right here. And all I'm doing is, get out of your way there. I don't know, maybe I can throw this in here. I'm going to thread this in here and tighten it down in that block. Can you see that okay? You want a different color handle?
I don't think.
If I go with blue, will that help?
Yeah, I think the blue one will work a little bit better. I don't know. I don't think I can make you the centerpiece here. Let me see.
No, here,
They're asking me
I'll
to
do
make them
this.
huge.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's great.
All right. I want to make sure, though, that you guys can see this. All right. So we've got this in here. When you bring this arm back around, we're going to end up pushing down on that same, I think it's 3 1/4 or 3.5 inches off the back end of the knife, just like they did with the cherry picker test. But we're going to drop the scale in here. And we will put a lot of pressure on this knife right where you want it. And hopefully it'll show you some stuff that will blow your mind here with this little knife. I gotta get this thing back up here. Hold on, bear with me.
Weight on this thing again? The was it 2.5 ounces?
It's 2.5 ounces, Aus 8 steel. The mini is 41/16 stainless, I saw. But the Aus, it's got Grivex handles on it. It is truly a work of art as far as a tough, super tough EDC knife that doesn't weigh much, that will last and last and last. Can you see those numbers counting down?
I can see them. I got 210, 150. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a bigger screen here. I'm going full screen here. So
All right.
if y'all having problems, you might have to zoom in a little bit. So I don't know how to make Keith the center here.
Yeah, it's you don't have to make me the center. You can bring this at here. I want to get this thing set where we can start putting some pressure. As soon as it starts adding weight to the knife here, you'll see it light up. It's getting there. There she goes. Okay. So I'm going to put this cover over it just to be safe. And
if anybody's read your book, they know you need as much safety as possible.
I do. You definitely want it with me involved. So now we can start loading this thing up. And before the ratchet really gets involved, we're going to put it up just a little bit higher. Mr. Jamin will appreciate it that I'm putting specs on. But this is the Tough Light 2.5 inch, 2.5 ounce. And you can see it's low. Can you still read those numbers really well?
I can.
Okay.
We're up to 380, 390, 400. Is that right? Am I reading those right?
That is right. That's 100%.
Holy cow.
I think that went at about
455?
450, somewhere in there. So let's take a look at what happened. Now, the one that we tested earlier today actually went over 500. So I'm going to do this, make this a little simpler. We will take
the audience, everybody can appreciate that. That was awesome. So 455 basically on that's amazing.
On the Tough Light.
No steel liners or anything. It's just all
look at this. Can you see this? It's got some play in it, and it broke it over. But that knife, it's got a catch right there, but that lock is still holding up. That's that triad lock. And you can see the backbone of it here. There is something that popped inside there at 455 pounds, but there it goes. I mean, it's
still a workable knife.
Yeah, it's got a little catch in it. There it goes. Something went a little stray, but that's 455 pounds with a $40, $50 knife that weighs 2.5 ounces. I mean, it's got just a little bit of a catch in it. Something got bent in there, but that is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. You know, if you're thinking
And you
about Father's Day gifts, Mother's Day gifts, you know, like if you take the micro or the mini one, that's perfect for a keychain. You know, if you want to give somebody, and I even say this in the video that we're going to post, that, you know, you got somebody, you want to buy them a gift, but you don't want to buy them just junk, you know, for $40, $50, they're going to have something that'll probably save their life. You know, it's absolutely crazy. I'm going to straighten this up here because I'm crooked enough as it is. So I would, not crooked like thievery, crooked like I'm just way off kilter all the time. But that's the one that we just tested right there. You know, that was live too. That's not an edited version or anything.
No, yeah. And you know, you see a lot of people in comments and stuff, and they're asking about liners and does it have steel liners, and they won't buy something with just. I mean, I don't know a human alive that could put 455 pounds of pressure on a knife like that.
Well, no, I mean, you
And,
got to be like one of your world champion arm wrestlers, you know, somebody like that. And you're talking about if they were to stick it in something where it had a leverage point, it would hold them up in the air. I mean, it's
oh
one
yeah,
of those things that you can't just. It's super thick too. That's the thing that I like. I mean, it's one of those things that you can dig, you can pry. You know, you got to be careful, have eye protection on, but you can get after it. The other thing is it's got ambidextrous clips on this, so us southpaws have a way of carrying it. But I really don't need any more knives on this side of my body.
yeah. And it's only one clip, so you don't have to worry about getting that left-handed clip in there.
Exactly.
It's just the same clip on each side. Yeah.
Yeah. Little T6
So
torque.
that's
Yeah.
so between 450 and 500 on those two, right? Is what you're talking?
The
The ones
one I
you tested
tested
today?
earlier today, and it's really interesting to me. It went to 508. But you'll see that on the video. But I mean, it's crazy. I had Kelsey in here and she cranked it up. It probably was trying to be stronger because she's a lot more attractive than I am. So the knife itself was probably going, oh my gosh, I got to show off, you know? Like
That's
this
right,
knife
yeah.
here was like, dude, you're going to fail. All right. So yeah, he just gave up, you know? But I think the other one, I think it knew she was doing it. So it was going to put everything it had to the test. What else is going on?
No, not too much. Jamin was trying to find out who in the comments was going to be going to Blade Show. And I
Yes,
know you're going to be there, and I'm going to be there, and I
you'll
believe
be there.
Jamin will be there.
Are you competing
And
in the chopping?
no, not this year. I didn't make it.
Gotcha.
So,
You dropped so much
but
weight, you look so good. I didn't know. I figured.
no, I
Let's get
no, I
Jamin.
got.
Let's make fun of him.
So I got some questions from when I announced, and a lot of these questions are just and maybe Jamie can address these if he's in the comments still
Yeah.
about things that you might be bringing back stuff. Oh, this is what Jamin said. For everybody who doesn't know, Jamin Hurst in the comments, he's one of the wheels at Cold Steel. So he's one of the guys that makes everything go around over there. So
He's the one
he
that
may have.
he was the one I was talking about last week, that he came in as our brand manager and somebody that has been working with steels and working with knife companies and knife manufacturing for a long, long time. So it's not like a newcomer. This man knows his business, and I'm plugging him right now, and I know he's down there somewhere with a grin on his face. So give him a smiley emoji, everybody.
Yeah, give Jamin a smiley, because I'm telling you, talking to him and the stuff that everybody else doesn't know, but the stuff that's in his brain about what he wants to do is pretty awesome. There's a lot of awesome stuff in his brain.
Hey, can I run
Okay,
a
so
question? Can I run a question out there to everybody?
yeah,
While I got
yeah.
Jamin on here, this is funny too because I'm gonna put him in a bind. Okay, I played pro baseball. All right, I know what my bat speed was. I know what damage I could do with an aluminum bat, a wooden bat. Now, I do love our bats, but when you get into larger sizes, they are slower because they are so heavy. Do they truly need to have the metal pipe in there making them unbreakable? Or do they need to be, and I want you guys to answer this on this comment line so Jamie can see, do you want it so that you can pick up bat speed? You know, the short stubby's great, okay? I can pretty well defend myself. But if somebody was running at me and I had the great big one, it's a really slow turn to get to them, to defend yourself. As you know, we hit ice balls with it, so it works fine. But I want this same material, hollowed out a little bit, where I can build up some serious speed, because I know when I hit things, bat speed is an amazing creator of kinetic energy. And you can always carry it. If you know the formula for kinetic energy, it's speed squared times mass, and then it's divided by like 450, 240, and that'll give you kinetic. Excuse me, that'll give you kinetic energy. But your mass is only once. Your speed is squared. So think about that from the idea of a defense weapon. Think about it from the idea of something you're defending yourself, or you need to break in to get somebody out of the car or whatever, and this is what you have. I want speed, and I truly do. So I just putting that out there. You guys can answer those comments if you like. If you don't want anything to change, we won't change it. If we need an addition, Mr. Jamin, we really like something a little lighter.
So that one has a steel pipe in it?
Yeah, I think they all do. I think they all have like an unbreakable core in this thing.
Well, why couldn't they just make it out of what they made the dragon cane out of? I've broken cinder blocks with that thing.
Oh, yeah. Ask the comment guy below there. The guy I'm bragging about. Right below.
Okay, we want to know, why can't we have a bat in just that material, Jamin? I mean, if you can answer that. I don't know if he's allowed to, or
He probably can't, but I like putting him on the spot there. But no, it's something that I love, the idea of, like my daughter, somebody like that, having this size thing in her vehicle, instead of necessarily, she's just turning 16. Can't carry a gun like I do, but she's parked in school. You can't have a knife, on school grounds and whatever. But to defend herself, if somebody's come up a car, if she could reach in and grab something, because 15-year-old young lady, and she's fairly petite, swinging this, I'll block that all day long. Now, if you could spin it kind of quick and crack somebody on the shin or kneecap or, whatever, across the hands, it's a whole different world.
Somebody said add some S35VN spikes to it.
I love it. Yes.
Yeah. And Jamin said he's going to put it on the list.
See?
So that's a good idea there.
All we have to do, Jimmy, is we just have to get him in a public format where he can't run away from me, and get a couple people tipping the scale towards him.
Right, just put the pressure on.
No, he's a good man.
Now, a lot of people are asking to bring back the XL Recon knives, whether it's the Tantos or just the regular Recon XLs. I don't know if that's in the works, but a lot of people want that. I've had a couple questions about the Colossus coming back. I don't know what's on the deal with that, but these are just ones for questions.
Jamin can probably answer that much better than I can. I think the Recon XL, I don't believe so. I know that the Recon 1's going to the Magna Cut, but that's not a bad idea. Awesome. To bring back. And that's the thing too. Like I talked to you last time about, we listen. Jamin is a great listener, and I listen. So we have to have input from you guys. When you guys share with us your thoughts and your true suggestions, and it's not just hogwash or blow me shit, I have no problem sharing it upstream. And Jamin is the person that I would share it to, and he is a true believer in listening, because we can always learn. And that's what you're supposed to do every day. So you guys know where I stand on that.
Right, and I've been saying this all along, and even before I got hooked up with Cold Steel and y'all had switched over, but especially now that I get to talk to you guys, and the way it's going is, there's so much going on behind the scenes as far as the amazing things that are coming out, that I think people, if they're just keep staying patient and keep enjoying Cold Steel, instead of just coming in with this, like everything's changed attitude, which a lot of people are going to have, I understand, but I don't know. I see the things that have happened in the last 3 years with the Atlas lock, the mayhem, and all the just the things like that, and the things y'all brought back, and the things that I know are coming. I'm super excited about it. I'm super pumped. I think
I
everybody else should be too, and would be. But I think if I had to choose, I know I see a lot of calls about the Recon XL. I would love to see that come back, and as well as stuff like the Colossus. So yeah, I think some. I know y'all brought back a lot of stuff, and I know a lot of stuff's going to be brought back. So
Yeah, and but
Jim,
we don't know unless we do things like this, and you guys tell us. We can have all of our preconceived notions, and assumptions of what we think will be the absolute, home run of all home runs. When you come to find out, it's nothing that you guys wanted, and that's the thing that we need is we need that input. And I told you last week, my GSM email is stick@gsmorg.com. And we did this thing last week and actually got a couple people fired questions to me. But that's how you can get a hold of me. I mean, they can get a hold of you, private message you there. They can see who Jamin is on this feed down here on the bottom, which is fantastic. But my personal emails, or not my personal email, my GSM email is stick@gsmorg.com. So fire me questions, fire me suggestions. Um, do some stuff that makes a difference. That's what Dad always used to say. Every day that we sat down at the dinner table, I think I told you last week, my dad was an Army Ranger, little guy, like 5'5", 150 pounds, and just meaner than a Wolverine. And he'd look over his glasses and three boys, and we were all nuts. And he'd go, "What'd you do to make the world a better place today?" And if we didn't have an answer right away, if we hesitated, you were mowing the yard in the middle of the winter. I mean, it was just one of those things. They didn't care if there's 6 inches of snow, get the damn mower out and you're going to mow. You better have a reason for what you are on this planet for. So in order to make it a better place, I got to listen to you guys. You guys got to help me. So when we do that, then then the knife roll gets better.
this is cool. It's kind of like working right now because Jamin just asked everybody, Cold Steel Colossus and XHP, what handle material does everybody want? And everybody's got G10. Everybody's got these awesome ideas. But yeah, bringing back the Colossus, that's one of those knives I'd have to buy a half dozen of. That would be awesome.
Can you read that?
Big boy.
Big boy paint grenade. Okay. So I can tell you next week when I have Kelsey in the shop, we are going to be exploding some paintballs, not just stuff breaking stuff and throwing stuff, but these actually explode on impact. Supposed to spray paint. I don't know. I've never been in a paintball grenade thing. I've shot a lot of paintball guns, but it's supposed to blow up like 30 feet. So this place in here, the next time we do this, will probably have a lot of different colors on the walls. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah, what Todd said, I thought it was a pickle for a snack for a second there. All right.
Yep.
That's a lot of the questions have been answered. I think it's kind of cool though that Jamin's here. We got some tests.
I
Jamin's
love
here
that
answer some cool questions.
I love that he's here. We'll just keep doing this because it'll keep growing. Once T is back from college, she's coming back. I think it's right at the break for a Blade Show. I think it's right the first week of June. She's moving back here to the city I'm in, and she's going to be helping us this summer. So when we get into that June era, we're going to have her live here with me, right beside me. So people can ask her questions. And no, you're not going to marry her. All right.
Yeah, that's right. She's not. We won't allow that question.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean's in here too now. Sean, everybody, Sean Kazine. If you see that name, he's another wheel. So we got 3 wheels on here. We got Stickman, we got Jamin, and we got Sean. So yeah, that's awesome. This is the coolest web. This is the coolest stream ever.
Sean. Yes. Yeah, Sean will be at the Blade Show. We'll all be at the Blade Show. That'd be fun.
Yeah, this will be the Blade Show group. Is the 4 of us.
And your wife. She's the real worker of all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, she's
those
awesome.
Those other 2 guys, while you and I try to keep things going, those 2 guys down there below, They just sit around and take selfies or something. I don't know what they do.
They're pressing the flesh. All right. Okay. So I'm not going to keep Stick on here too much longer. If y'all got any more questions, let me know and I'll ask him. Just throw your questions down there.
I'm on vacation next Thursday and Friday, and then the following, not next Thursday, but the following Thursday is what, like the 26th? Does that sound right? Of April?
Yeah.
What do you got for next Thursday? Or not next Thursday, but the following Thursday?
Whenever you tell me you can be here,
what day of the month?
You're the man.
What day of the month is it? As next,
the 25th. The following Thursday will be the 25th.
How about that Friday? We schedule something.
Good Friday. Yeah. Same bat time, like 4 o'clock. Sound good?
Yeah, 4 o'clock's nice. There's still some banging going on over here, but it was a lot quieter than it was last time. The audio sounds a lot better. I was smart enough to schedule a little later where they're not pounding tin over here, so it should be good. Well, I thank everybody from the bottom of my heart for being here. I thank Jamin for being on here. Sean, thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you, Sean. Thank you, Jamin. That's awesome.
Mr. Jimmy, I cannot ever thank you enough for our friendship, for what you do for this industry, for what you do for the world, dude.
Well, I appreciate it. It's awesome being friends with you guys. So it's been great.
Yeah, and if you guys ever want to see it, we can do this. We'll do a challenge. Jamin, I'll give you a baseball, okay? And you get 3 pitches to strike me out. Oh, you have to strike me out. And we'll go out and we'll film it. And I'll use a cold steel bat. You can use the middle-sized one right here. And you bring your heat, and I'll bring my old age, and together we'll end up in an ambulance.
Somebody's getting surgery.
Oh, yeah. That'd be me. I know it.
All right, everybody. I'm going to let Stick go. Y'all say good things about him. And say thanks to Jamin. You guys just don't know how hard Jamin's working, and Sean.
Yes.
Oh, Sean wants a piece of that action there, Stick. He wants some of that.
He'll probably strike me out. Yeah. I don't know, though. I still hit a lot of balls. I can't run anymore. Stuff falls apart downstream. So it's all right. I used to be quick, but I used to be younger. I'm turning 59 in a month. 5'9".
Yeah, but
that's pretty close to 6.
Mid-30s build and
abilities. I think I was built a little different in my mid-30s, but I sure appreciate that statement.
All right. Well, I appreciate Stick. I'm gonna let you go. And like I said, I appreciate everybody else being here. Thanks everybody for your questions. I'm gonna announce this next one coming up, and if y'all have more questions, just leave all your questions on that video, and then we'll take care of it like that. Y'all have an awesome day. Thank you so much, Stick. I appreciate it.
Peace.
Y'all take it easy.